Good morning and welcome to Yoga by Beka. Today let's do 20 minutes of yoga. So if you're ready, just go ahead and get on your mat, sit in an upright position, and let's first focus on breathing. During this yoga session, let's try to keep our mouth sealed and breathe only through our nose. If you just woke up and you feel a little bit tight from sleeping funny, do some neck rotations. Nod your head yes, nod your head no. And then let's start out in child's pose. Let's center our minds, set our intention, and let's do some challenging yoga this morning. Open up your knees wide to give a space for the trunk of your body to lay down. Walk your hands out and tend your fingers and give your arms a really good stretch. Set your intention by asking yourself, why did I show up on the mat this morning? What do I want out of today's yoga session? Slowly walk your hands over to the right side, getting a deep stretch in the left side of your body. Breathe in deeply and exhale deeply. Now walk your hands slowly over to the left side, getting a deep stretch in your right side. Breathing into the stretch and exhaling deeply in the stretch. Now walk your hands back to the center. Get up into tabletop position, then lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Every movement in yoga today is going to be deliberate and slow and graceful and intentional. If you fall or lose your balance, that's okay. You don't have to be perfect. As you'll see, I fall and lose my balance all the time. That doesn't matter. What matters is the effort. Every time that you fail, you gain wisdom so that the next time you come to the mat, you bring that wisdom with you on how your body works. Slowly curl your body forward into a plank position. Then tuck your chin and curl your body back to downward facing dog. Then plank. Then chaturanga, lower down. Push up back. Into plank, curl back into downward facing dog, curl forward back into plank position, lean forward, hold, dip your hips down into upward facing dog, looking straight ahead, lift your hips back into plank, chaturanga, lower down, but before you're all the way down, hold, push back up into plank. Hold your plank, breathing deeply in and out. Lower down chaturanga, all the way down to the mat. Lift up into Sphinx pose. Widen the legs. And then slowly straighten the arms into seal pose. Breathing in deeply and exhaling. Lower down. Shake out the hips if you need to. Extend the right arm. Take your left foot and set it behind your right, opening up that shoulder. Roll back into center. Extend the left arm. Take your right leg and sit it behind the left leg, rolling over, opening up that shoulder. Roll back onto your stomach, shake out your hips. Push up into plank position. Lift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Lift your right leg high in the sky into three-legged dog. Stack the hips, bend the leg, then pull forward to meet the left elbow. Lower down to meet the left wrist, up into the left armpit, down to the left wrist, up to the left armpit, down to the left wrist, up into the left armpit, down to the left wrist. Then do a side plank on your left arm. Right arm goes high in the sky. Push your hips up. Dip your right arm underneath you, then lift back up. Curl the right arm to reach underneath of you. Lift back up. Dip it down to reach underneath of you, and then lift the arm up into the sky. Lift your right leg up if you can. I tried and failed. Take the right leg then and step it up to the front, and let's try to practice preparing for our warrior three. Left leg goes high in the sky. I'm balancing myself with my hands on the mat, putting my body weight and balancing it on my right foot. Step down and let's go into tree pose. Left foot can rest on your right calf or on your right thigh. I'm having a lot of balance issues, but the beauty is in the trying. Push your hips forward. Try to get your knee to push back. Hands are in prayer position at heart center. Lift the knee forward and then slowly move it back while moving your head down at the same time to warrior three. Hold it as long as you can. Mountain pose, arms high to the sky. Swan dive down, forward fold. Step your left foot back. Sit your booty down into Skandasana. And then push your hips up, your left arm high in the sky into Wild Thing. I've run out of room because I have a wall there. Rotate your arm all the way around, then set your booty down on the mat. Lift yourself up to the front of the mat, plank position. hold, breathing deeply in and deeply out. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Hold before you reach the mat. Then slowly lower down. Lift yourself up into cobra. Lower yourself back down. Push up into plank position. Lower your hips down into upward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up in the air into three-legged dog. Stack the hips, bend the leg. Pull your leg and your knee in to meet your right elbow, then lower down to the right wrist. Lift up into the right armpit. Lift the knee down to meet the wrist. Up in the armpit, down to the right wrist. Up in the armpit, down into the right wrist. Up in the armpit. Then stack your feet on its razor's edge. Do a side plank on the right arm. Left arm goes high into the sky. Lift the hips to meet the ceiling if you can. Then scoop your hand down underneath you. Lift it up in the sky. Take your hand and curl it underneath of you in your armpit. Then lift it high in the sky. Go down as though you're grabbing something under you. Lift the hand high in the sky. Turn back over, go into child's pose to take a breath. Tabletop position. I'm resuming now into my side plank. Lift your left foot to the front of the mat and let's prepare to try to do our warrior 3 on our left leg. Right leg goes up. At first, balance by putting your hands on the mat. Get your left leg used to having your body weight on it. Mountain pose. Then let's do tree pose with your right foot resting on your left calf. Or if you're more advanced, you can take your right foot and rest it on your right inner thigh. Put your right knee up in the front of you and then slowly lower and extend it behind you with your head going towards the front until you're in warrior 3. I'm having so many balance issues lately that I just did the best I could. Now lower your bum down. Swoop your hand up, lift your hips into wild thing. Rotate your arm around, then lower your bum down to the ground. Lift yourself up into plank position. Slowly lower yourself down, chaturanga. Push back up. Hips up and back into downward facing dog. Curl your body forward into plank position. Breathe and hold, breathing in and breathing out. Focus on your breath. and go into a meditative state while in plank position. Practice meditating not just when you're sitting still, but also when you're in various physical formations that you find discomforting. When ready, curl yourself up and back into downward facing dog, breathing in and breathing out. Curl yourself forward into plank position. Breathing in and breathing out. Seal the lips. Breathe only through your nose in slow, steady breaths. Slowly lower yourself down into chaturanga. Pull yourself up into upward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back into downward facing dog. Slowly lower your knees down into tabletop, then sit back on your feet. Take your left hand and lay it on your side and swoop your right arm overhead. Getting a nice side stretch. Now right arm down to the ground, left arm over the head, side stretch. Now take your body and get a little bit forward on the mat. Take your right arm and place it on your left knee, your left arm behind you. Get a spinal twist. Left hand on your right knee. Twist and look a bit behind you. And back to center. Breathe deeply in and breathe deeply out. If you have any intrusive thoughts, just let them float through you and think about the air that you feel going in your nose and out of your nose. Bring your awareness and your attention to the breath going in your nose and out of your nose. Take this time to meditate, focusing on breathing in your nose, feeling the breath go out of your nose. If you want, you can lay yourself down into your most favorite cozy position. I love child's pose with my hands down by my feet. Nurture yourself. When you're ready to come back to the world, lift yourself up, hands in prayer position, and give thanks and gratitude for this special time that you used for yourself to take care of your mind and your body. Thank you so much and have a wonderful, blessed day. I hope you do have a really, really happy day, and then starting it off, nurturing your body and washing clean the mind with meditation helps you. I know it helps me. If you found any value at all from practicing yoga with me, please like and subscribe to my channel to help it grow so that we can support one another as we continue to learn yoga in our homes. Have a great day. Bye.